after.
Okay.
All right, so Erin, by the way, if you're watching this and you know Erin, because I've seen that some of you do know her, give us a shout in the chat box.
Hi, girl.
Yeah. So Erin, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are, what you do, just a little bit about you.
Okay, I am a stay-at-home mom, and my oldest is 13, and I've been staying home with them for the last 10 years, once my second was born. So I have a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and they are home for the summer. So it's been busy. Yeah, it's been crazy busy. And I live in Maryland in the United States. We love it out here. It's beautiful. And about 5 years ago, I started a business with Senegence, which is long-lasting cosmetics, anti-aging skincare. Eva's addicted. And I have been doing that for 5 years, and I absolutely love it. I have a team of around 100 women.
Oh my goodness, it's 100 now. Wow.
Yeah, we're at 100. And I'll talk about the rest as you ask questions, I'm sure.
I don't even know what it was the last time we spoke, but I think it was close to 20, and now it's 100.
We've grown.
Love it, Erin. So Erin, tell us what was happening in your life. What were your results like when you jumped on board with Thinking into Results, and what made you decide to join us?
So I was always in sales, always in customer service. As far as, I mean, like every job I've had since I was 16 has been some kind of relational job, sales job, something like that. And so sales was never an issue for me. I've always done well with that. My biggest issue was sponsoring and getting past myself to do that. And so I had been talking with a friend several months prior to joining TIR, and we were all kind of like, what do we, in this rut, we felt like we were in this rut of like, we're not growing. Mm-hmm. And one of the girls, kind of like a few months later, we started seeing a lot of progress with her, and like things that she had never done before, sales that she had never made, a team was growing, and we were like, wait, what are you doing? So she finally gave away her secret, which was you. And so she, the way she did that was by saying, hey, I'd love for you to join me in a group Zoom with my mentor, Eva. And I really think that she could help you. She's been helping me the last few years, or the last few months. And so of course I was like, well, yeah, anything I can do. And so we got into that group, and the moment I started working with you, because I volunteered myself to kind of shout out my goals and just work with you a little bit more personally within that group Zoom, I knew something was different.
Yeah. I remember that moment. How good is it that you volunteered, huh?
I know. I'm so glad I did, because I don't know. Had I not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if talking to you personally.
Yeah. So yeah. We don't want to go there where the life would go.
No, it was meant to be.
Hot day. Yeah. All right. So listen, so many wins. I mean, I was just looking at your initial wins after 6 months working with us, and I'm like, my goodness, like by now it's like crazy. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if you can do your best to remember what are some of the biggest changes that you've noticed once you started to do the mentorship with us.
Anytime anyone asks me to remember anything, I start having an anxiety attack. My memory is awful. But
as best as you can.
When I do remember, because the first thing was the solidifier that I did the right thing was my first month working with you. I worked with you, or started working with you, halfway through July several years ago. Mm-hmm. And I ended July with my highest sales ever. So I was only working with you for a couple of weeks, but even just making that decision and kind of just the very small amount of learning I had already done, mm-hmm. I had already grown. So I was like, okay, well, obviously this works. And it was crazy. But since then, I know that I have earned a car allowance with my company and bought my husband his dream truck, or leased his dream truck. I have been on countless trips now with the company, and I just found out that I'm going back to Cabo in September.
Yes.
Um,
I just love
um,
watching your videos and your pictures from traveling all the time and winning your trips. It's so good.
it's insane. I have always wanted to travel, and I get to travel now almost every month, just about every month, every
Travel
other
for
month.
free as well.
Yeah, and it's all paid for by the company. It's insane. What else? So the biggest thing that was that at the time you asked me for my big scary goal, and I call it my throw up goal, and it was to hit Ultimate Royal, which for us is the trifecta of $400,000 in team sales, $40,000 in personal sales, and 20 new recruits on my team. And I was like, okay, well, that's going to happen in a few years, but that's the big scary goal. We'll put it out there and let's work on the other things in the meantime. I hit it within 6 months, and I didn't think I was going to hit it for several years. So, and I've hit it again and again. So, and that's why I'm getting invited on all these trips, is because I hit Ultimate Royal. So it's like the biggest thing you can do in the company.
And
So,
Amir,
yeah.
like, I think I remember from the first time you did a success story, your team went from 150,000 in sales to 500,000 in
Yeah.
sales in 1 year.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
So we are at, we ended the year, which our year ends at the end of March every year. We ended it at 700, around 750,000 as a team.
I love it.
And right now we're working on $1 million team.
I love it. And when
Oh,
you
I'm
when you
frozen.
started, oh, I can hear you. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's getting better.
It was
Okay.
freezing a little bit, but now might be mine or yours. I'm not sure, but let's manifest this.
Okay, no more freezing. We're fine. We're
No
good.
more freezing. Thank you, Zoom. We love you. Computers. So I remember from, I actually just checked your results because I was like, wow, gosh, where is Erin now? But when you joined Thinking into Results, you had 150,000 in sales, in team sales a year.
Yes.
And look at you now. That's
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 times more.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That is
Working on $1 million.
so beautiful. And what else? Oh, yes. I want to ask you kind of about the impact on your team, because some of your team members are also here and they've done the mentorship process. Tell us a little bit about their results. What's changed for them because of you doing it or them doing it?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a domino effect. They've seen the changes in me. They've seen that I'm traveling now, and those that want it, if you want what I have, you have to do what I do, right? And so they are realizing the importance of mindset, and that it's not just picking up a book and reading it. It's learning how to apply it.
Yeah.
And how to make it a part of your everyday life, not just, okay, we're going to do it for a little while, and then, you have to make it a habit. And books don't teach you that. You can't learn that just through a podcast. You have to have somebody guiding you along and somebody holding you accountable to that, just like anything else. It makes such a difference. Yeah. And I've taken, so 2 of those girls, to speak to their success with it. One of the girls, sorry, not because one of them is going on the trips. She hasn't done TIR, but the other one is now on taking trips. She's earned her car. She's continually earning her car allowance. And so, yeah, it's fun to watch.
So good. I love it. Yeah. And probably there were also like multiple of sidelines, not just downlines in Thinking into Results, because we have a lot of women from Senegence training.
There's a lot of Senegence girls here. And yeah, and what the thing that's cool about Senegence itself, but also about this, is that we're very much a community of, we say that no mean girls in this company. We help each other out, whether or not that were making a buck off of each other. And so seeing all of these Senegence girls being able to spread the word and seeing them join in it makes my heart happy, because when they win, we all win, right? We,
Yes.
we win as a company, and
Exactly. There's
it's just
no
really,
competition. And
no,
this
it's
is really cool.
awesome.
Like, we actually have very similar philosophy here in thinking into results. We put people together in masterminds, and they may be from different network marketing companies, and there's no competition. There's only helping, and everybody wins. I love this.
Yep.
So Erin, there's one question that comes at the back of my head is the question between, like, everybody who participates in network marketing company
Mhm.
has strategic training, right? I mean, you
Mhm.
know exactly what to do, and if you have good upline, they will train you exactly how to reach out to people, how to do lives, all sorts of stuff. How does thinking into results differ from that?
Mhm.
And how does it impact business differently than strategy?
So the things that we're trained in, I think all across the board with network marketing companies is yeah, a strategy as to how to sell, strategy as to how to sponsor. So they give you the steps in those things, but they don't tell you how to flip the switch in your head to make it so that you're not getting in your own way. We all are getting in our own way. We don't even know it. And going through the steps of TIR, there's a deep dive into your brain and into the way that your psyche works, your subconscious, your conscious, how it all works together. And you don't realize how much you're affecting yourself. And like I said, how much you're getting in your own way. So there's only so much strategy you can learn before like you kind of come to this dead stop of like you're not going any further than that, because your brain's not going to let you. So
Yeah.
when you learn to open up that, I'm probably diving way too deep into this, but subconscious and conscious, and learn how to work it all and make it work to your advantage, you can jump that hurdle and go way past there. So it's really hard to explain, but
I think you did very well.
okay.
No, I really resonate with what you said, that we get in our own way. And it's
Yeah.
actually the mental chatter that talks us out of doing the things that work,
Mhm.
or talks us out of the success of doing these things. Because sometimes we may be repeating the strategy, but the thinking behind the strategy is causing the
Yeah.
lack of success, right?
Yeah. And
Um,
it's the training of like, yes, you can train to do this in sales, you can train to do this in sponsoring, but you also have to train your brain.
yeah,
And with your help, like that's what TIR does. It trains your brain.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
weird.
it's the thinking. So for instance, like, just a very simple example, you can go on 5 sales calls with the attitude or belief that it's not going to work for you, or you can go on 5 sales calls with the approach that everybody is going to buy from you. And this is a simple shift in thinking, and the results are different depending on your
Yeah.
thinking. So now this is just a very superficial example, but there is a lot
Right.
more to it, psychology of selling and all of that. So Erin, another thing I wanted to ask you. So you've achieved such a beautiful success externally in your business, in finances, with your team. What do you believe has changed in you as a person the most, that has helped you create that kind of success?
Um, just my confidence in myself in general. Knowing that I can be the person that I want to be. Because for so long growing up, and so many, I think, of my son and sisters know the story, but maybe a lot of people don't, but I was bullied when I was younger. I was teased. I mean, things, just kids are horrible.
Yeah.
And just grew up very insecure and not sure of myself, not sure of who I was, and things like that. So in this business, but also in doing these mindset shifts and doing them on a daily basis, my confidence is, I don't, I have that feeling of like, I am the person I want to be.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother me to think about. I don't think about what other people think anymore, because I know where I'm going.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed in you as well, I think you might have felt a bit like, oh my God, mingling with the top people with my
Oh
company.
yeah.
And now it's like, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, I'm one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, you have, you get this imposter syndrome, but then, you realize, no, this is who I am and who I'm meant to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I belong there.
So
Love
yeah.
it. So good.
Mhm.
So Erin, we have lots and lots of women and men watching us right now who today we just announced our special offer for thinking into results. We have some
Yeah.
spaces in sales mastery and all of that. And of course, you know what happens, right? Yeah, I want it. And then going on.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot to ask you about that. Can you just share briefly about what was happening in your mind when you were making that decision
Oh
financially?
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Um,
how was your mind trying to stop you, and what did you do to do the right thing?
so I know that you in your program, one of the days that you focus um, sorry, I just had a like brain lapse. You focus on
This
um, hmm?
decision?
Yeah, decision, and no, I'm sorry, and in your past way of of money. I told you I can't even
No,
think.
no, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Memory.
We fix it. We fix
You
it.
focus on how you were raised and
Yeah.
your mindset around money. And so the way that I was raised was that we hoard it.
Yeah.
We save it for a rainy day. I went on one big vacation for the year. My dad saved up and saved up and saved, and then we went on 1 week of vacation a year, and then that was over. That was it. We were waiting for the next vacation for the next year. So I grew up kind of like with that hoarding mindset. I had the money in the bank when this came around. It was there,
Mhm.
but I didn't want to take it out. I was like,
Yeah.
no, what if something happens, Um, but my intuition was so strong with you, talking to you. I just had that gut feeling, and I'm so glad I went with my gut. And I've learned through this program to continue to do that,
Yeah.
because your intuition is a very, very powerful thing. So anyway, I learned, I've learned to trust my gut, but I trusted my gut in that situation, and I said, okay, here we go. Like, so it was hard. It was really hard, but I'm glad I did it. I'm so glad I did
That's
it.
so good. Today actually we were talking about intuition versus logical thinking when making decisions. And, not that many people are actually at the top successful in the world. It's only maybe 3%. Hello.
This is my youngest.
Hello. Great to see you. And like 3 people out of 100 make that kind of decision. So you've got to think differently, and you've got to connect to something inside of you that guides you. And you're totally right. Gut feeling is the way to go.
Yeah.
So question with regards to all those people thinking that we can help them. Gut feeling says yes. And then maybe the mind is scared, or what if it doesn't work? La 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 la. What would you say to them about making this decision?
The most powerful thing you can do is to make a decision. It's really, once you say I'm going to do it and you commit to it, so many magical things happen. The moment it's kind of hard to explain, because the moment I made that decision and transferred that money over, things started happening that I could not explain. And again, that's how I ended, I think, that July with my highest month in sales. And I've been doing this business for 3 years, I think, when I first started. So it's so hard. But all I can say is I just encourage you to trust your intuition. And once you trust your intuition to do this and make the decision, continue to trust your intuition with this. Your gut is always right. Moms especially know what I'm talking about. You know what's right. You know what's, and so you just gotta go with it, and just know that you're going in the right direction.
Love it. And the best business, the best CEOs, the highest earning investors, That's how they make decisions, right? Because of
Yeah.
that. So thank you so much, Erin. So guys, you have the link in the description of this video. If this inspires you, if this helps you understand what we can do for you, and you feel that we can help you, just trust it. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let your mind stop you, your friends, family stop you. You know what to do. And I deeply believe in what Erin said. Listen to your inside voice, because this is the part of you that always gives you the right guidance. You will never go wrong with it, and it will become even stronger in thinking into results. So just ask yourself, do you feel we can help you reach your goal? And if that's the case, click the link and join us. So thank you, both of you. Have a beautiful day. We have a bonus visitor on the call.
I know. She has no idea how many people are watching this, and she's
Uh,
just making faces.
one.
Just one. It's
One.
fine. You're fine.
Not 100, no problem. So listen, thank you so much, Erin. I really appreciate you taking the
Yeah.
time to share this. And guys, you know what to do. Trust yourself and do the right thing. Thank you. Have a good
Thanks, Eva. Bye.